Yo, only haters. We back in the building. Not literally. He's on a Zoom call today with the man, the myth, legend in our hometown, South Carolina Gamecock, Minnesota Viking, tight end, Nick Muse. He is in Minnesota right now. Nick, how you living?
Doing pretty good, man. Just came off day where I got to go play some golf, so it's not been a bad training camp. Just hanging out and enjoying my time.
Hey, I expect you to be a scratch golfer by the time your career's over.
I hope so. Playing with some of these guys out here, that'll definitely help.
Oh yeah. P, how you living? Wrong team on the
Going,
hat, but it's all right.
you know what, man? Still, hey, look, I'm wearing this hat for a reason, man. We writing for Cat Crave now, so catch your boy over there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a happy guy right now. I'm a happy guy. So I couldn't be better.
All right. So if you are tapping in right now and you do not know, Nick is from our hometown. Me and him been friends since like eighth grade. We used to be hitting the Friday night live in Belmont. What a time to be alive that was. Um, yeah, he's a legend in the community. Him and his brother, I don't know. I want to say they're like the 356th pair of brothers to go to the NFL, some shit like that off the top of the head. Um, but yeah, I mean, he's earning his stripes right now. He's going crazy. Just scored a touchdown in the preseason game the other night. We're gonna talk about that celebration a little bit later. Pretty valid, pretty valid. He's got the king of the gritty on his squad. So I mean, he's got some valid lessons. But Pierre, I know you have a question about him and his brother in the hometown showing love to the community. So I'm gonna let you start this off. What kind of questions you got for my guy?
Hell yeah, Nick. I mean, one thing I do appreciate is that you and your brother like to come back to the crib. You know, y'all like to come back and show love. So my first question for you is like, what is it like running a camp with your brother for the kids? And how does that feel, man, to be able to get back to your hometown a little bit?
It's cool, man. You have 150 plus kids that are coming to hang out with you and your brother just because we play sports and we're an impact on their lives in some way, whether it's their family knowing us or watching us while they're growing up or still watching us to this day. It's fun. All them kids, that's who I used to be. I used to be, the Belmont Optimist kid who wanted to hang out with Luke Kuechly and all those big time guys who played in the NFL and, just wanted to learn from them and just understand the whole concept of, playing sports growing up and how much it means to you and, your childhood. That's where you meet some of your childhood friends, stuff like that. So for all of them to come to our camp and, just, celebrate us is a way of celebrating them as well. When you get kids like that who come around and, their parents want to talk to you and they want to talk to you and just, learn about what they can do to get better and just, enjoying their time, especially as little kids where, time used to be the best. It's good. It's good. It's for a good cause. We give back to Belmont Optimists and we give back to South Point with a little donation as well at the end. So being able to do that and having the funds for that is definitely something that warms my heart a little bit.
That's
All
nice,
right.
bro. Especially like we only haters, but we love that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? We love that. So I appreciate you for answering that.
For the
Hey,
kids. Oh, kids.
I gotta throw in not even hate, bro. I'm just curious what your answer is gonna be. So right now, current form, Nick Muse, put that man in a high school game at South Point. What's the stat line?
Oh man. I don't know. We're a triple option team, so I doubt we'll be able to. We don't like throwing unless it's 3rd and 20. But you know how it goes. You know how it goes. I think I'd have 9 catches, 145 yards, 2 touchdowns, and then I'd still be keeping up my linebacker stats from high school, where I felt like I was more of a menace than any type of offensive stats I've ever had. So I'd have 14 or 15 tackles, maybe a pick, a couple fumble recoveries. The normal for a 25-year-old, 24-year-old playing in high school games.
Hey, bro. They listen, if y'all don't know, South Point, they're always good, but the Mickey Lomberger philosophy. You know what I'm saying? 3 yards every play. That's all you need. It used to be so frustrating, bro. Him and his brother would play against my high school. If they gained 2 yards on the first 3 plays, they were chilling because Nick would just run like a post route and they would just throw it up, and bro would just moss people. It was instant yardage, unfair. So, all right, the transition. You start off at William and Mary, then you go to South Carolina. And this is where the funny shit happens because I'm sure some of you recognize the name not only for the on field, but for my man's viral photo shoot at South Carolina when he was a senior. So, like, for me personally, I've known him half my life. Didn't surprise me. That's just his personality. But how was that time in your life? Because some people were laughing, some people were crashing. So, like, walk us through the photo and what was going through your head.
Yeah, so we were doing a photo shoot with the billboard, and we already got all of our regular photo shoots done. And, I told him just to take the pic. I was sitting with a couple of my buddies that I played with, and, he took the pic, and I was in my little fruity stance, as some people would call it. But, I thought it would be the best time to do it because I put it out. I was hanging out with Luke Doty. I was like, should I post this? Should I not? Da-da-da. Posted it, tagged OnlyFans, just, something that if you know me, it's a joke. If you don't know me, you're like, this kid might have some problems. So when I posted it, I knew that my name would get out there. And, as they say, every bit of publicity can be good publicity. Even if it's bad publicity, it ends up being good because your name's being out there. But so I posted it and I just thought, well, it's my last year. I'm going through this little COVID year. I get a 5th year, get an extra year to play. I'm trying to make a name out there. So what's better than putting your name out there before the season even starts? And that's what I kind of rolled with. And people can call me names all they want. I know how I get down, so I ain't really worried about that. But life is what it is. You can judge me for it. You can laugh at it. You can do whatever you want. The opinion's your own. So, but I definitely I took it and rode with it. I had coaches trying to giggle with me, laugh at me, make fun of me, whatever. I had teammates, you name it, kids from it don't even matter where they're from. They were saying something towards me in the DMs or on that picture, and I just enjoyed it. It was a fun little experience. I probably wouldn't do it again, but if I could go back and do it, I would do that certain one. Yes, but it was fun.
Did anyone chirp you on the field?
Yeah, I had a kid at Troy. We were playing, and it was near the end of the game. Blocked him, got the first down. He's like, man, you a fruity little motherfucker. Da-da-da-da. I was like, damn. That's how you feel about me? He took it with, a grain of salt. And I said, to each their own. So if you're going to let this fruity little man block you all night, that's your problem, not mine.
Hey, that's facts. So before I let P ask his next question, in college, you played in the SEC, obviously. Insane, the elite football conference. Who is the one person? You don't even necessarily have to have lined up against them, but just one person that you played against in college that you were like, damn, this is a specimen. I don't know what to do with this.
Definitely going to be Nolan Smith for Georgia. That's his name, right? Number 4.
Oh my God.
I remember one of our first plays, I was coming from the left and I was we call it like dicking him, where I was gonna pretend to hit him and go around him, gonna bluff him basically. And so I bluffed him, and I think Luke Doty kept it, and he got caught at the line of scrimmage, and I was like, this dude literally just pretended like he was ready for me to hit him, so he stayed connected to the tackle, and then goes sideways and catches a 4-4 running quarterback at the line of scrimmage. And I was like, dude, just the way he could use his hands and stuff, it was very impressive. I mean, I felt like he was faster than everybody, and his knowledge was definitely up there with the NFL level as a college student. So that definitely helped to his favors. But yeah, he was pretty hard to block.
Here,
I guess I'm about to just kind of bounce off of that question, man. We're gonna shift to the NFL a little bit, and everybody has their welcome to the NFL moments. My question to you, Nick, is, what's the hardest you've been hit in the NFL so far? You a specimen, bro, so it can't be a lot. but what is the hardest you've been hit so far?
Probably my last practice. We had a rookie. He was at linebacker, and we do this thing called 9-on-7 where it's they know we're running the ball, we know that we're running the ball. Like there's no receivers, there's no DBs. It's literally just 9 of us or whatever, including the quarterback. Da da da. He just hands it off right, hands it off left. Pull in schemes, whatever. And so I was on the right, and I was going to pull left. And that linebacker, I mean, since he has nothing to read, he just blitzed the hole. And I felt like I almost busted my eardrum, to be honest with you, because I came around and I just wasn't ready for him at the time. So when I hit him, I went like that, and I did like a 180, which it wasn't terrible on film for what he was already like. He was just he's 225, he's blitzing the gap. I'm running sideways behind the line, trying to take as much of him as I can. But pause.
Gotta have that.
But yeah, good God, that dude just obliterated me. So that was probably my worst in the NFL. And then in college, I went on a flat route, and McKenzie, he was a safety for Alabama.
Kool-Aid McKinstry?
No, it might have been Minka.
Oh God!
Oh man!
High. We played him. I believe he was there. Was he 15 at Alabama?
You can always do a fact check, man. But either way, go ahead.
So I went to the flat, and I've already caught like 2 or 3 of those. And he came down hot, and as soon as he hit me, man, I was dizzy. I was dizzy for about 5-10 minutes, and that's probably my worst one in college. So I've actually gotten crushed in college. NFL is just more of a, they try to keep care of you, but that's just a drill where you got to put your head down and just take the blunt force trauma. So that was my one bell ringing in the NFL so far, which ain't bad for 2 years.
Yeah, that ain't bad. That's why I say you a specimen, man. So I wouldn't expect you to be getting hit hard a lot. So, wait, I like that.
That man be making pancakes, bro. That's why he's where he's at. If you ain't watched the film, this man takes pride in blocking. Let's just say that, bro. So sticking with the NFL, what is the biggest difference? Obviously, you played at the highest level of college football, but these guys in the NFL, it's a different beast. So what is the biggest difference that you've noticed where you're just like, oh my God, I never saw this in college?
I would say it's more of like a brain game in the NFL, because your 2s and 3s, they have the same amount of athletic ability. That's why they're professionals as well. But the reason most of them don't play is because the brain game of some of these guys and how they work. Like I got when I'm blocking Danielle Hunter, I'll throw my hands, and as soon as I throw my hands, he has one hand on my wrist and one hand on my elbow. And it has nothing to do with his now he looks like a specimen. It has nothing to do with his physical ability though. It's just that's what he practices, is grabbing and throwing through. So by the time I'm trying to block him, he's behind me, he's on my backside shoulder. So there's no way I can block him when it comes to certain pass protections and stuff. But that's definitely that's how I can win as well. It's when you're throwing your hands, it's in college. It's as soon as I grab onto a dude in college, I win, because for the most part I'm stronger, more physical. I know the game. I know where the quarterback's setting up, da-da-da. But NFL, it's you throw your hands, slap them down. Throw your hands, grab outside, inside. It's just so many different ways that you can get beat or you can win, just based off of your technique, the way you're thinking. Sometimes in college, I would win off my brain games that I can't win the NFL because I'd pretend to cut the defensive end. He would back up, and then all of a sudden the play's done. And it's I didn't even have to block him because he had no clue what was coming compared to the NFL. Joey Bosa and Nick Bosa, whatever, we had training camp with them. They're going up the field as fast as possible. And if you try and cut them, they're going to jump over you. And it's just that simple. That's just stuff you don't see in college. So definitely the mental side of it it's just so much quicker. I mean, linebackers have to hit holes faster. Tight ends, you got to get out of your routes faster. Wide receivers, you got to give a triple move that you've never had to give in college because you were either too fast and just ran by people, or a double move work. But it's definitely the mental game is so much different. I mean, everybody's got the specimens on the team that are getting paid $15-20 million and just better than everybody. But yeah, that's something that I've had to deal with last training camp against the 49ers, trying to block some of them guys, and then just in practice against Zadarius Smith before he went to the Browns. Just the way they act and the way they understand the little things are what can beat you.
P.
Yeah, I mean, I say I just made this question up on the spot. You talking about the mental game and everything like that. So your tight end room, you got TJ Hawkinson over there. What's it like learning from him? You know what I'm saying? I see y'all got a good relationship on Instagram. He retweet or he reposts you. Y'all talk a little bit. So what is it like learning from him?
That he's one of those guys that can up your game a lot. And I don't really care about football as much as he would when it comes to like, wow, I want to hang out with him. I would just, I just like him for just who he is because, he's a dope individual off the field more than he is on the field. So, hanging out with him, just understanding the certain things that can up your level. I mean, when he like not calls you out, but when he talks to you throughout, like film watching about ways that a route might work compared to not work, something you might not think of. It's just like if someone you were working with was smart or had like inside scoop and was telling you, what to write about, you would look like 2 times smarter just because you have inside information that you would never think about or never know. That's kind of how he is because he's been in the game for so long. He's been a top tier guy ever since he's been in the league. And he's dealt with more of it than I have. He gets, 80 snaps a game for 5 years, and I've gotten 0 offensive snaps. So whatever he can tell me about, how to block these guys, because he's a little lighter than I would be. I'm like 265. He's around 235, 240-ish. So he's got, like I said, a lot more mental game to work on for him to block some of these beasts that we go against. So the way he just talks to me and just, how I can understand what he's thinking of sometimes and, how he explains it to me and how I can get it, that definitely can put a help in my route game and my blocking game.
Sure.
So
Okay.
One of your teammates is, in my opinion, and probably like 90% of the world's opinion, the best wide receiver in the league. Like
Absolutely.
Justin Jefferson is on some other shit. Like he's ridiculous. Like two questions here. One, how is it to just watch that every week in practice and games? And two, it's a little personal question. Has he ever chirped you about cooking Tanner in the national championship game?
The second one, I don't think he knows that my brother was like I've never brought it up. So I don't think he knows that was him who he juked. But Tanner definitely hates it just because every time that dude's birthday or he makes a great game, everybody throws that clip up, and it's like, dude, he's made hundreds on hundreds on hundreds of people look like the silliest, goofiest guys out there on the field. But yet every single time, 7 years ago, he juked out my brother, and it's like national media to this day.
He does that shit every week to all pros, bro. So like,
Yeah,
it's like, bro, like he's different.
When it just keeps getting posted of Tanner, he's just like, what are we doing? But no, just the way he runs routes, man, it's ridiculous. And he's not afraid to go in there and get a block or two. But it's literally, we're in the meetings and they're like, all right, wide receivers, this is off of 7 steps. JJ, you're off of 5 steps. Just because he's that much different. Like he covers so much more ground. He's so quick off the line. Some of the moves he makes, it's just like, he practiced it all day. Like during the preseason game, he's just jogging up, catching them backwards, one hand. Like it doesn't matter. Like he's just goofing around, and he does it as, just about as good as I can do it with 2 hands. So it's kind of weird how someone has that much talent. And, he's not boastful about it. He just hangs out and, he's one of the cool cats in the locker room. I don't talk to him as much just because we don't have that much in common to talk about. So I don't really want to go there and annoy him. But, he always gives me my love, my props, and I do the same to him. But, yeah, he's definitely a dude, and a good one at that. He's a good dude, and he just knows, he just gets it. I mean, I don't know who he talks to, but when you got people like Randy Moss who are saying this is the best receiver ever and he's only gotten better consistently, and you got people who are giving him props, and he could probably be a Hall of Famer if he played 1 more year and had the same years he did the previous 3 or 4 that he's played. So he's definitely a one-of-a-kind generational guy.
For sure. I mean, shoot, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. That's my favorite player in the NFL right now. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all boys. He cold. But Nick, let me ask you, bro. We can step away from football a little bit. I don't know you since middle school, dog, and you like to eat. So what's your favorite food spot in Minnesota? What's to eat? If I come out there, what do I need to try?
It's a little Mexican restaurant called Teresa's. During the off season, I'll throw an additional margarita in there. But during the season, it's just 2 beef burritos, queso on top. Let me get rice on the side. Boom, done. It's one of those where it tastes phenomenal, like your Taxico, but it also fills you to the brim of like where you're not uncomfortable stuffed, but you're not going to want to eat for 5 hours. You know what I'm saying? So it's like right at that. That's like the magic little bowl with the 2 burritos and rice, where it gets me perfectly every time. Their chips are great. Their sauce is so good you ain't got to order cheese for it. It's just the regular sauce that they bring out is good enough. So Teresa's is definitely it's like a mom and pop type spot. With
I need that.
Dude.
Need that.
So,
Need that.
Staying on the topic of the city, obviously, complete climate change. You went from Belmont to Columbia to Minnesota. Please give everyone that is listening the rundown of how much snow and frozen precipitation you see during the season. It's got to be insane.
Well, it's like in Belmont, 3 inches, 4 inches of snow used to get us canceled for a week in high school.
Yep.
So we know that. And then you got Columbia where there's no trees. So every time you're practicing, it's 105 degrees. And then in December, it gets down to like 75, 80, which is still pretty freaking warm. So you're dealing with that. And then you come to Minnesota where the same snow that lands the end of September, early October is going to be here until you get back for OTAs in April and May. And, like I said, we had hail last week. How in the hell do you have hail this time of the year? It's just mind blowing. I don't know what it is. But we're so close to Canada that like even when the Canada had those wildfires, you could barely be able to see out here, where it was just like everything that's happening in Canada just gets washed down to us. And it's when you're walking into the building sideways with coats on, and it's like -7, feels like -30. It's not a fun deal. But the good thing is we do play in a dome, so I ain't really worried about it. And we really only have to practice outside when we're going against the Bears and the Packers. So we played them early this year. We played them late last year. We played them New Year's and like January 8th. But this year we play them pretty early at their places. And so anything cold is going to be at home, which is a good sign.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. When you send me the Snapchats, I'm like, ain't no way I'd even drive in that. It looks endangering to your life.
Yeah. There's some when the snow gets to where it's like December, January, and it's just snowing consistently and in the negatives, like I said, there's snow piles on the side of the road that are twice the size of me, and they're just all the way down the road. It's literally it does not like there's no spot where you can see the next highway. Like it's just like snow, and you're just covered in snow all the way everywhere you go. It's pretty annoying, but one day I'll give me a little boot thing and we'll be laid up, we'll be chilling,
cooling.
Some hot cocoa. Get you
some. You know what I'm saying? The Christmas tree's still up, man. You get you know what I'm saying? It's festive year round. I mean,
yeah. Listen, and then we referenced this earlier, but you scored in the first preseason game. You high pointed that ball to perfection. So I give you your props, always rooting for you. But the celebration, I peeped on Twitter. I peeped in real time. He hit the Griddy, obviously super popular celebration in all sports now, but now is the time. Who are the top 5 Griddiers on the Minnesota Vikings? And are you in the top 5?
I'd like to say I'm in the top 5. It's not something that's like normally used. It's just literally it's JJ because he scores about 40% of our touchdowns. So it's him. Adam Thielen was pretty average at it. He's another one I've seen. TJ Hawkinson might be the worst Griddier in the world. When I think JJ scored against the Jets maybe, and the whole O line did it with him, and that was a nutcase. They were all they were doing the little legs like this. And it was like, I had no idea what we're doing. I wouldn't say there's a top 5 because we don't like just walk around and do it. I mean, it's basically just every time he scores, which seems like a lot because he scores a lot. But The Griddy was a nice celebration. I went up and got it, and I have a good one that I'm supposed to use, but I haven't scored in like 2.5 years, so I kind of blacked out. And as soon as I saw, I called it. I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't see the corner go up, so I saw him when I broke to the corner route, but I didn't see him go up, so I didn't know that I gave him a little head tap. I didn't know that.
Yeah, give him a head tap.
So I got up and I was making sure I got my feet in because that's the only thing I was really worried about. Even though it looks like I was very good in. It's just when you're out there, you don't know exactly the inch line game, whatever. So I got up, I saw the ref give me a signal. I was like, damn, I'm about to hit the Griddy. And I was like,
I liked it, man, because you went up with it too. You was going crazy for a little minute. Yeah, you was the little good.
Hey.
Okay.
But I got me a good celebration when I score again. Hopefully I don't black out and just, I can remember it instead of just vibing in the moment, because I got me one that'll put me on the map. Maybe we'll see. So
we got to keep it under wraps.
Yeah,
no
we gotta keep it
exclusive
under
sneak
wraps.
peeks.
it's called the Moose. So with your imagination, you can think about it. But
Oh
Right,
shit!
okay.
pretty good.
I want to ask you, like, we on celebrations, and the Vikings went viral last year on team planes, in the locker room after a win, man. How was it when Kirk had all the chains on, doing his little dance? How was that, man? Was it as crazy as it looked?
Yeah. I mean, only because I know like the significant value of like Kirk's. He's getting paid what, like $40-something million this year, and he acts like a legit dad. Like, let's go eat at Wendy's or Chili's. Let's go eat at Outback. $30 meal. Go home. Da, da, and he had a great day. Or no, I don't want to go out to eat. I'll eat at the cafeteria for free. Like, he's that type of dude. Like, he don't go out there and spend money. He's got a big foundation with a Christian fellowship where he's going to give most of his money when he's done anyway. So he don't do anything for the money. Like, it's just he's just that type of guy. Like, he's a you think of a 40-year-old dad somewhere in the world with 2 little kids, just hanging out, just got off work, just hanging out with his kids. That's Kirk Cousins. So when he's rocking $500,000 on his neck, if not more, it's like, you just don't see it very often. He's always been known as a dad. He's always been known as the guy who's wearing the plaid shirt and the Abercrombie, and fit shirt and the Levi jeans and stuff like that. So you never see him as a guy who's rocking $500,000 of jewelry around his neck. So when that happens, it was a big viral moment, but it was funny for the locker room just to see, like, that's how his personality is, but no one understands it because he's just known as this dad who, goes to work, is good at football, and that's it.
Yeah.
I like that. Funny moments, though. Funny moments. I like that. JK, what's up?
Whenever you can celebrate on a plane, that's a good time.
That's true.
Oh yeah. So, for those of you who don't know, Nick, very avid gamer. This man games probably like every night. So, you can just say Vikings. You can do the whole entire like NFL athletes, whatever. So, Warzone, if you're playing Warzone and you're trying to squad up and you're trying to catch dubs, what's the go-to Vikings or NFL squad that you're rocking with?
I don't know many gamers. If you were talking about like Apex, a lot of our O-line plays Apex. But if you're talking just like all around who's good, I'm not real sure. I know there's some people like the running back for the Packers, AJ Dillon. He used to, I don't know if he's still a running back there, but he used to do like streaming and stuff, which is something I wanted to do when I was growing up. I thought I'd be a professional Twitch streamer. So, but I'm better at like Fortnite, Apex than I am Call of Duty. So if you were to ask me, I would have no clue. I would love to play with some guys, just around the league, some George Kittles, Travis Kelce's, just to see what they're worth in the video game side of things. But I don't really know anybody who's like a hardcore grinder who's very good at video games.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because like in the NBA, there's so many guys that like they play video games, like they stream, like Devin Booker. Who else streams in the NBA, P?
Karl Anthony Towns, Anthony Davis, Dennis Schroeder. No, they will play a game and go straight home and cut
Yeah,
on the
that
stream.
shit is crazy to me. Like,
I mean,
nuts.
it's definitely a good hobby to have. I would say Ezra Cleveland is one of the best Apex players, so I've heard. I've played with a couple of my buddies, but none of them are really, that good. We just get on there just to have fun, goof off, and enjoy the times that we have off, and can enjoy just being a gamer for once after your work day. But I don't know any like specific guys. I just know it's definitely a good hobby to have. And when you're more of like a big time celebrity like some of them NBA stars, you probably can group up and play with whoever you want. But I don't have that advantage yet, so we'll see when I can start scoring some more and hitting the griddy a couple more times. We'll see what happens.
Let me ask you, Nate, because I played Fortnite with you before. I ain't gonna lie, you was a dog. I didn't even know you still played Fortnite. So look, they got two separate modes now. Are you rocking build or no build? What do you do on Fortnite now?
You got to go with what you started with. I played so much of like season 1, season 2, season 3, like a year before Tilted came out when it was just Grove as the best place to go. So I definitely rock the build. No build I'm not good at. I don't like hiding behind trees. I like using all my controller. That's why I got me a scuff. So
you got a scuff. Oh, you outside?
We're right here. We're right here
Ooh,
with it.
Okay.
Right
all right, look. Let me bounce off that question real quick. Then, what's the favorite skin, man? You got a favorite skin in the game?
I don't know what it's called. My brother. So my other account actually got like banned or logged out or whatever. Back when it was a Dark Meat Lover 86. Yeah,
that's God, that was the good
that
old
was the
days.
goated one right there.
Hey, you used to hop in a lobby with Dark Meat Lover, and I swear to God, it did not matter, bro. Every game, before you even hopped in the lobby, he'd be like, "We're dropping Tilted. Come on."
Yeah, exactly right. Nick would tell you what to do. We going here. We coming out. We get out of Tilted. We win the game. And that's usually how it happens.
So I had probably like 40, 50. I probably spent $1,000 on that account, but then it got banned. So my brother gifted me just one skin. It's the only skin I've had for like the last 2.5 years. So I've been rocking it. I don't know what it's like the red guy, the red devil with the he's got a long like white ponytail. I don't know exactly what it is called, but that's definitely my skin that I've been rocking for a while.
Shout out Big Bro for that skin.
Big Bro did help gift.
Listen, speaking of Big Bro, all right, y'all are both specimens. You're like 6'5", 265. Tanner like if he's 6'3", 6'4", how much he weigh right now?
He's 6'2", 6'3", 240.
6'3", 240. Both NFL players, both insanely strong. I'm pretty sure you got like 27 reps at 225 at your pro day. But this is an insane question. What is the largest land animal that you and Tanner could beat in a fight?
Man. I think if we caught up with it, we could probably take down a zebra.
Hey,
those zebras aren't known for like, everybody wants to say like a lion or tiger. I think we'd have a chance against like, I think if you had me and Tanner versus 3 wolves, we're taking them. But if you were to name one of the biggest, I think me and him could take down a zebra. If we could catch it. He's got the speed. I ain't got the speed. But if he can slow it down and I can get there, I feel like a zebra is about the biggest we can take down.
I feel it.
Zebras are what, 800 pounds, 1,000 pounds?
Oh, yeah.
Probably.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
How long you lasting with a gorilla?
15 seconds. If I can hide in the corner.
He said hide in the corner.
If you went with the bear versus gorilla, I'm probably gonna take a bear. But if you were to go me versus gorilla, yeah, I'm hiding in the corner until I'm gone.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Smart route.
Harambe, legend
in the hood, man.
He was the only one that would have kept me safe.
I mean, all right, Nick, look, so I guess I'm going to get back on track with a little football stuff, you know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to know, because we talked about food. We even talked about Kirk with the chains. I want to know your game day ritual, man. Like, what do you do coming into a game? Like, because fans love to hear that stuff.
I will say something that I never pass up is throwing with the fans. Before every game throughout college, I would just go to the side and just, throw with the kids, just let them enjoy their little moment of, they're there an hour and a half early. Like, give them something to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, kids love the game too. They want to be exactly where you are. I was at that point in my life one day. when I was 8 years old and going to Panthers games. Like, I was always dreaming about being out there. And now that I'm out there, it's like those kids are thinking the same thing I'm thinking. So going around and throwing with them is definitely something. I try to always take a nap if it's a late night game. We'll have some free time from like 12 whenever we're done with like meetings for the day until like 5:30, 4:30, whenever you got to be at the stadium. I always try to take about a 2 or 3 hour nap. But other than that, I don't eat no specific foods. I don't wake up at a specific time. I don't like that stuff's just. I'm just gonna live my days how I always live my days. Like today, I didn't know what I know it's not game day, but I didn't know what I was gonna eat, and it was just like, oh, let's order Chinese. Like I'm just a man of like, do I want this? Like, oh, burgers are here for the lunch snack before the games. Da 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 da. But yeah, I don't have nothing specific besides throwing with the fans. That's the one thing that I enjoy, and I know they enjoy. So
That's nice. Do you pick your outfits out walking into the game, or do you got a little person on the side to do your outfits?
no, if you're a big baller money like JJ and all them, you probably have somebody who picks out your outfits, orders them for you, and probably puts them on for you. But me, I don't. I'm gonna rock the same. I got like 15 pair of shoes. They're all dunks. That's all I got. I got like 15 pair of shoes or shirts that are nice. I got about 10 shorts that are nice. Sometimes I just keep those in rotation. But yeah, I don't. I just wear what mom used to buy me, and it still fits. That's what I rock with.
Heck yeah, shout out my Dukes.
Facts. The only other person named Chicky I know besides my mom. What a legend. But listen, so if you get the big payday, which we trust in the process over here, we believe it's gonna happen. What's the first big purchase? Like what's the first besides like a house or a car? What's the first like big item you're gonna purchase?
Well, last year I bought a chain. That was it's dumb for anybody else, but I enjoyed it. I got me a little 15K chain, a little Cuban. So I've enjoyed rocking. But then I just got a little pendant of my dog's face, but it's like a 3D. Like they like trimmed it up to where it looks just like my pit bull at home. So I got that on there. I'll probably rock it for the Titans game. But big boy purchase. Me and Tanner have been looking at houses. I know you said houses don't count. Some type of car would probably be, if I can get to a second, third contract where, it's 3 year, 15, 4 or 5 year, 25, whatever the case may be. If somehow the Lord blessed me with that, I would definitely give me a nice little car I can drive around B-Town with. So that'd be my big boy purchase. That, and I love collecting shoes. Like I said, the dunks I have, I'm just going to keep trying to get more and more. I don't really know the names of them. I just know they look cool and I rock them. So that's my go-tos.
I got a 2-part question right here. So we talk about your brother right now. So y'all come back. I don't know if it's still a thing, but y'all still, or I don't know if y'all still do the steel mill. Who wins at that right now? Who you or Tanner? Who you got?
When it comes to stamina and stuff, he's definitely got it in the bag. There's some times where after about a 45-minute, 50-minute workout, like, dude, I'm torched. And he's like, well, let's just get these 4 things left and let's get abs too. And I'm like, dude, dear Lord. But we both have always enjoyed lifting growing up. I would say the lower half is definitely him. Upper body is definitely me when it comes to like shoulder press, pull downs, bench press, stuff like that. That's me. And then when it comes to any type of squatting, cleaning, like lunges, he would definitely have that side. I think I got bigger legs. These are just more toned. Mine are more just flabby. But yeah, upper body, I definitely win. And it was 28 on the bench press, not 27. So I need my respect.
Yeah, I need your respect.
Hey,
oh,
28 is insane.
That is insane. That's an insane. Is the steel mill still there, man? Y'all still pulling Jeeps in the driveway and kayaking, or what's up? Is it still there?
Yeah, it's still there. All those haven't been happening in a while, but the steel mill, we got a little remodeling that happened. We had brought in some new weights and stuff like that, and new bench press set, stuff like that. But yeah, steel mill's just still going strong. Every time we're home,
good.
Both me and him don't have a house at home just because we're not there often. So it's like just go back and live with mom and dad, which is, as okay, 25, 24-year-old, 27-year-old, da da da, like, But every time I can go home and staying with parents it's something that reminds you of childhood. So I'm forever grateful that I get to go home and do that and just hang out with we got 6 dogs at home, so hanging out with them and just laying around. Those are the good days that, me and him still get to enjoy every time we're home.
Please tell me you still got the pull-up bar, man. The OG pull-up bar that we was hitting, man. Please.
About to bring up how me, you, and Jay Coop used to hit me, you, and Daniel Little as well used to hit the 100 pull-ups.
Oh my.
Or 500. One night we did 500. We said we ain't going to bed till we all get 500 pull-ups, 500 push-ups.
Hey man, we live to tell the story today.
Shit I've ever done, but good gosh.
Yeah, good stuff right there. My last question when it comes to you and your brother, let's say y'all both free agents and y'all had an option to play somewhere to win a Super Bowl. Where would you go? Where would y'all go?
If you're talking about winning the Super Bowl in this decade, you're gonna have to go to Kansas City.
Of course.
The way they win. I mean, just based off of the way they win. But I told my brother that I was not a big fan of playing Charlotte, just based on the fact that they didn't want nothing to do with me or him. 2 local legends who, I mean, I'm calling myself a legend. What a loser for me to do that. But
I'll say it for you. 2
yeah,
local
you're a
legends.
legend, man. You're a legend.
2 local studs who went from B-Town to the NFL and are, actively pursuing this dream of ours. I told him that Charlotte was a big letdown. They didn't want nothing to do with me. They didn't even talk to him throughout the process. But it would definitely be a cool place to play. It's just, and they don't give you your flowers or respect. It's hard to respect them back. But anywhere warm would be cool for me. My brother really loved Vegas when he was there. No state tax, plus it's warm. You got a lot to do without, you don't have to go out there and be stupid. You just go out there and enjoy your times. And Vegas is a good spot. I went out there and visited a couple of times, so that definitely a cool place to go and play. Somewhere out in LA, even though they take half your money. The Chargers would probably be a cool little spot.
Any Miami love? No tax over there?
Yeah, Miami. I mean, I don't think I would pursue the best situations in Miami. I'm a big, nightclub till 8 a.m. guy, so I've always been that. Anything that's open, it's like, you leave downtown Charlotte at 3 a.m. and the first thing you want to do is go to Waffle House for another 2 hours. Like,
damn, that's facts.
It's fun.
Hey, Lady Killer Nick might be a problem in Miami, bro.
Yeah, I've had a bunch of great nights in Miami where I'm getting back at 8 or 9 at the Fontainebleau. I'll stand in a buddy's place and, just a good
living
time.
life, man. You living life. I love that, man. That is what it is.
Hey,
one of the best things about the NFL is, when you get that 3-4 month break, golly, still get paid to go and take vacations. It's literally unreal. It's unreal. But
hey, next off season
for this job, go ahead.
I'm making my steel mill return, bro. So first time I went to the steel mill was like 2 months into me working out, bro. I was not ready. That was back when I was still pudgy, JK, bro. I pulled up to the steel mill. Nick put me through a workout. I was finna die. And then after the fact, bro, was like, let's sprint like 10 hills. I was like, dog, you're killing me, bro. This man's over here we're benching, and this man just going to do a couple warm-up sets, and then he throws on 3 plates, hitting that shit like it's nothing. I'm like, damn, bro. Now that I've got right, I'm gonna have to come out of retirement at the steel mill, bro. Come back and get right.
I think the last person I had that joined us was Brandon Reeves, and he got about halfway through, and he was like, "Dude, this ain't it for me today." So we'll see. You'll definitely. It's a little relaxed now. We're smarter with what we do and stuff like that. Tanner really controls it, but when you're going from med ball throws straight into lunges, straight into this, that, and the other, it can get tiring. But steel mill's a good spot, and you always get that work if you go to steel mill.
Oh, that's facts. Listen, bro. As long as you don't try to get me to bench 3 plates, we're chilling.
Yeah, don't worry about that. You can put whatever you want on there.
Yeah, but all right. This is the last thing before we get into our last segment. So I was talking to you 3-4 months ago. You was telling me once you're done playing, you'd be interested in getting into some acting, trying to be on cam. So what is your dream movie scenario? Like, what kind of movie would you want to be in? And give me like 4 dream castmates.
something like, I know it's a revolved around football, which is not what I'm really thinking about, but just on the comedy of it, The Longest Yard. That's more where I think I would strive. Maybe even being the cheerleader. Who knows? No, I'm just kidding.
Ah,
But yeah, the Longest Yard, movies like that where it's just a sell point. My mom said the way Jason Momoa acted in Slumberland, I believe is the new movie.
Oh
that
yeah.
is a good movie. Heat.
Yeah, it's pretty good movie where it's just about the dreams and stuff. The way he acted, my mom said that's just like me. So I mean, movies like that. I think Jason Momoa would be a good one to act with. Adam Sandler or Will Ferrell. I mean, you have legends all over that the comedy section. And if we're going with a woman, I would definitely want to be partnered up with Margot Robbie. I'm not sure if she's still married. That would be legendary if she's not. Well, I mean, not for her. Hopefully, her marriage goes far
Oh,
beyond.
you know what? You shooting your shot, man. Only haters exclusive. You done shot your shot.
Hey, but like,
If her marriage is well, hopefully it goes far and beyond this life. But yeah, that she would definitely be one that I would love to be working with. So
hey,
because
I think
she has a little accent, and who loves a beautiful woman? I think everybody does. So
yeah. I mean, listen, the performance she put up in Wolf of Wall Street at the young age of 21, Michael Jordan type stuff. It's that's some different breed type stuff. So I mean, look, just because we got a guest on, like he said, he's a legend. That means we still got to play. We still got to play the best segment of the week, which is most hated. What we've been hating on this week doesn't matter if it's sports, celebrities, something that happened to you in daily life. It does not matter. So, Nick, what are you hating on this week? What is your most hated? It can be more than one thing.
yeah, we're gonna go. We're gonna go with three things. Number one is the Minnesota weather. We were talking about it earlier. It's great right now. You get that 2.5 months of just greatness, and then after that, it's almost to where you're quite literally miserable. Like if you're not born from here, you have no chance of enjoy. Like it's not like you're going to the cold to snowboard. It's not like you know what I'm saying. Like if you're not actively doing something in the snow besides like just walking in it, you have a chance of slipping. You're cold all the time. You're wearing the gear that once you get into the building, you'll be sweating after 20 seconds. You got a double layer clothes. You got that, which means washing more clothes. Just all of it combined is awful. You have that. You have my golf game. I went and played with Harrison Smith and a couple other buddies on the team today, and I'm terrible. Like I'm good, but I'm terrible. It's like I'm shooting high 80s, low 90s, and it's like I'm just seeing them stick it from 100 yards, 120 yards, and I'm over here on the right side of the green, left side. Like I just can't find my mark. I always hit one good shot per round, like per hole, but I can never put two and two together. So that's definitely number two. And then females that don't be answering my DMs, like you're not too famous for me. Like this life goes around and comes around, and you know when I was back in college, I used to shoot my shot with any and everything that was beautiful. So
He's
Look,
not
man, if it ain't
lying.
too personal, can we ask like who's the latest you try to be in on? If you don't care, who's the latest you try to get on?
well, I've been talking to this. I mean, we ain't got to put it out there, but I've been talking to a girl from Louisiana who's pretty cool. She goes to Arizona State, so I've been hanging out with her a couple times. But the latest like celebrity before that I talked to, I mean, I've shot my shot with a bunch of them. Like Chantel Jeffries, she's up there.
Hey
She's
man,
Hey,
hey.
valid.
but I used to be on Raya, which was a pretty good app back when I was trying to find some things, and there's some beautiful famous girls on there that do be liking me back. So we're up. We're on
Yeah.
top notch time right now. That's what we're on.
Let me ask real quick, man. Have you ever tried to shoot your shot at a Cavender twin? Let's just be honest. Let's just ask. Let me just ask.
So my first preseason game, we were playing the Raiders, and right before I go out, it's like 10 minutes before I go out, I see she liked 4 of my pictures, and I was like, oh, okay, whatever. And then I followed her, and then she followed me back. This is Haley, and I don't really know much of her, but I've definitely shot my shot a time or two, and it went from we were talking, thinking about linking up, whatever, if I'm ever in Miami, to I guess she got too big for me. She ghosted me or whatever I wouldn't say ghosted because we weren't really talking. Like it was just like we were just cool. Like, and I went
chit chat.
just chit chatting. And then I was like, oh, maybe we can link up in Miami. Boom, no answer. A month later, hey, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Boom, no answer. I was like, whoa. About 3 months after that, I just sent her like a happy birthday or something. Boom, no answer. I was like, okay, that's enough for me. But they're both beautiful girls. They're good at sports. They know how to model their name and brand their name out there. So they do a phenomenal job, and they're both beautiful women. So
yeah. Hey, bro, respect.
That's what I'm saying. Respect.
That's all I gotta say.
You kept it G real, and that's all we ever asked for over here.
He's never running from the grind.
I mean, everybody and their mama's gotten turned down before.
Oh,
so
100%.
I ain't really worried about that. I mean, as long as you don't play Guess That Butt or anything, we'll be good.
Hey, all I know is whenever the playing career is over, bro.
I don't know how many people know about that, but that is hilarious. I just had to throw it there before this was all said and done because it was on my mind. I was like, wow, I remember that. Dude, those cookout runs are fun too. Sorry, I know I'm throwing in throwbacks during the middle of the interview.
Hey, it don't matter, bro. That's the good old times, bro. Back when you used to race Jackson.
At the Haters Club is, those cookout runs, those late Friday, Saturday nights, going hanging out at, Nearins and stuff like that. Those are some good deals, good times.
Bro, they don't understand. It used to be every weekend occasion, bro. Me and Nick would pull up to cookout at 10 p.m. We wasn't leaving until 2 a.m.
And if we weren't going to cookout, we were going to some party. Huddy's bonfire, you name it. We're there.
Oh God, let's not get started about that. That damn WWE match.
Yeah. Good God.
That shit was
life.
That shit was hilarious, bro. P wasn't there for that, but him and Chase got drunk and wanted to wrestle him, bro. That was some good stuff right there.
Oh, I'm good on wrestling Nick, bro. Hey, I had my fair share of that boy before the steel mill was evolved, bro. That big ass wrestling mat in the basement. I was good on wrestling him, bro. Yeah. Absolute beer. I'm good on that.
I think he tried to grab me until he realized. I mean, he has some strength in him, but
not that type of strength.
No,
not
I'm
20.
Good. That quickly let me know right there, like, hey, brother, you're not on that level yet, man. Hey, so I had to get right.
That's different gravy. But all right. All I'm saying, if the playing career ends sooner than we'd like it to, I'm gonna need to see a Nick Muse Love Island USA debut.
I've definitely thought about it. I mean, don't get me wrong, that's something that's been in the mind, some like bachelor type deal, bachelorette. But I just don't know if I want to, like, it's not about if I'm nervous. Like, I don't care. Everybody knows I'll throw myself out there and, be under the fire for whatever. But it's just if I want to, go out of my way and use my month and a half, 2 months to be on a Love Island or something like that, when I could be doing a lot better things, snowboarding, skiing, going to Miami, stuff like that. Just, when I have my time off, I like vacation and hanging out. But Love Island, it ain't too far off the spectrum. So if you ever see me pop up, just know Muse is there for the ladies.
Hey, bro, if the casting director hears this, just know.
Give him a shot, man. Give him a shot.
P, what you got? What you hating on this week?
Hey, man, I'm going to go ahead and go off something that happened last night. EA Sports, man, what's up? The Madden, like, the official game release, we didn't get to play 3 hours in. The service was messed up already. Yeah, that definitely got on my nerves, man. Hey, by the way, like I said, I sent Nick a snap, bro. I'm in a random ass Twitch stream, and bro just randomly was like, "Yo, shout out Nick Muse. He done saved my MUT team already. The 70 overall done saved my MUT team. So shout out to you, Nick. I'm about to go copy your car when I get on.
Madden Legend.
Let's talk about Madden Legend already. I'm like, damn.
Can't have me. I was at 63 last year, played 0 offensive snaps, and went up 7.
Hey,
I mean,
hey.
They must know what I do in my off time.
You know what I'm saying?
Know what I'm saying?
Quit playing. Hey.
In downtown Charlotte nights, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's all we do, man.
Get ready.
That man got Tiber Creek 99 overall.
Hey, man. That shit funny. Yeah, that's about my only most hated, bro. Look, I just had a quick little question for Nick one more time before we get up out of here. If Jake Paul call you out, would you accept the fight?
I mean, yeah, it would have to be at a personal. The only bad thing is my off time, like, and it's not like I'd have enough off time, but like them guys are going into training every day, all day. I can't be doing two things at once, so it'd have to be, when I got that 4 month span, it had to be all training. I'd have to miss OTAs, stuff like that. But I would definitely accept the fight. It's just, he's a lot smaller than me when it comes to a weight size, so we'd have to respectfully 240, 230. And I think he's going in there at what, 180, 190 maybe. He might be a little heavier than that, but for the most part, yeah. I would definitely accept the fight if it was just, a little sparring match, a little, boxing, whatever. I'd have to give me some lessons because he'd beat me as of right now just based off of he's been doing years worth of lessons and I'm not. But I got a guy I went with my brother down in Vegas named Taylor Berry, and he's a cool guy who goes out there and lets us train a little bit at his gym. He's had a lot of good guys there. He's had who's a famous boxer that's like 30-something 0?
It's maybe Terrence Crawford, Gervonta Davis.
Davis.
Tank Davis.
Yeah, he knows the Fury family well. Like he's helped Tyson, all them. But yeah, he's definitely one of those guys where if I train with him for 4 or 5 months, I would definitely have a legit shot at contending with just about anybody, just because he knows so much far beyond the game. So I would accept the fight. I just don't know what weight class he'd want, and that could throw me off or it could help me. So yeah, it does.
Yeah,
funny.
You're making some cheddar.
We can get main stage beside 2 Chainz down there at 11 in Miami.
2 Chainz.
We had so my left tackle here, he's gonna be a rich man, or yeah, just because of how good he is at football. And we'll go down there just about one time a year on the weekend and just spaz out a little bit. He throws a little money around. We had a table beside 2 Chainz, watched him perform. It's good times. I know we just got off schedule, but yeah, being down there and hanging out, when it brings you money, you can't take the money with you, so you gotta enjoy it sometimes.
For sure. JK, what's your most hated, man?
I got a couple. First off, Wander Franco, bro. Come on, bro. That I'm assuming P. I'm assuming you know what he into right now, but
I mean, dang.
I wouldn't just most disappointed. You're at the top tier of your top tier. Like, do they not? I don't know where he's from. Do they not know what that boy could be facing dang. I mean, that's pedophile stage. I mean, come on.
Nah, it's 14 years old is crazy, but I'm not gonna lie, they had me weak when they posted the video of Dabo Sweeney running down the hill on on game night, and they said Wander Franco running to Walmart last minute for his girl's quinceañera.
Bro, she was 14.
So foul.
She was 14.
Yeah, she was 14. Dead ass.
Did she lived over here, or she was in the Dominican Republic? Like, what's up?
That I don't know.
So whatever.
Yeah, that's nuts though.
I mean,
that's what I was asking, because I don't know if they got different customs or what. Like,
if that's some type of customs anywhere in this world, we need to drop a freaking Hiroshima and Fat Man on them. Because you can't let pedophiles
roam free out like that. Yeah, that's nuts, bro.
That's disgusting.
That's bad. That's bad behavior, man. Because he really is he was one of the youngest up and coming stars in MLB, and like, I don't know, you throwing it out the window.
Yeah, and then the last thing, simple one: people who don't put their grocery carts back, bro. Why are you leaving that shit in the damn parking lot? Come on now, don't be lazy. You just drove around the whole entire store in your cart. Just take it to the right spot. I can't stand that. That dude, the cart narc on TikTok, that's one of my favorite people ever, bro.
He'll get them, man. Put their little magnets on the back of their cars. They're spending 10 minutes of their day more worried about a dang magnet than they are 2 minutes of their day putting the cart back so it don't hit another car and all that. I'm one of those guys where, it's your responsibility to just be a good human at some point in life. Like, I get the car, it's somebody's going to clean it up. I get it. But it's just like leaving trash on the ground. You drop trash. You drop trash. and then you continue to walk, that's just a bad spirited human. So,
Oh, yeah. Listen, it was a blast chopping it up with a longtime friend, Nick Muse. We wishing him the best this season on the Vikings. We looking forward to watching him play. Hopefully we get to see a few more Griddies, but y'all know the vibes. We'll be back next week. Until then, keep hating, stay safe. Only haters, we out.